Hello, and welcome to the Minutes Within the Mist, where we pass into the dark and clouded places to tell about cryptids, ghosts, and other mysteries. My name is Gary, and today we have a story for you about redemption and a drummer boy ghost. An ex-Confederate soldier named Mike Hardy would always brag about how many Yankees he had killed during the Civil War. However, there was one that he did not speak about due to a deep sense of guilt he had over it. It seems he had shot a young drummer boy in the back during one battle, and the death plagued him long after the war had ended. Hardy didn't live a good life after returning from the war in Portsmouth, Virginia. The battles had left their mark on him, and he spent most of his time living what the church and the community would call a sinful life, and many of the proper people of the community tended to avoid him. After one such night of drinking and cavorting, he was walking the night streets and passed by the St. Paul's Church. As if drawn by an unseen force, he turned and walked inside until he stood before the altar. There, he knelt and began to ask for forgiveness for the death of the young boy. While he was still kneeling and his eyes were closed, he heard a voice. It was the sound of a child behind him, who said, "I have long forgiven you for what you did to me." Hardy leaped to his feet and turned to face the speaker. There, he discovered a ghost of the drummer boy. The ghostly child looked upon him and said, "Change your ways, Mike Hardy, or you won't be able to go where I am now." With that, the ghost of the drummer boy faded from before the ex-soldier's eyes. The visit with the ghost did have a positive effect. Hardy mended his ways, and he became a cherished member of the community. He was able to have a family and friends. They surrounded him many years later as he lay on his deathbed. They would say that as Hardy was dying, he smiled, and he said that he saw the drummer boy ghost one more time. It was there to guide him to the afterlife. The ghost had never been seen since that time. Perhaps it had come back to save Mike Hardy and then returned to the great beyond. I hope you enjoyed these minutes with the drummer boy ghost. Join us for more stories about cryptids, ghosts, and other mysteries at the Within the Mist podcast. But until then, make your way out of the mist safely and remain constantly curious.